Picture this, a rising actress on the verge of professional oblivion, only to be rescued by a legendary filmmaker whose unconventional approach turned her fortunes around overnight. That's the captivating tale of Naomi Watts and her collaboration with David Lynch, a story that's as inspiring as it is intriguing. But here's where it gets controversial. Lynch's genius almost led to a TV pilot instead of one of cinema's most mind-bending masterpieces. Stick around, because we're about to dive into how this encounter not only launched Watts' career, but also cemented her as one of Lynch's most cherished creative partners. And trust me, this is the part most people miss, the subtle magic of a director who sees potential where others see failure. Movie news posted just moments ago. Although Naomi Watts and David Lynch only teamed up for a single feature film, plus a few episodes in the Twin Peaks revival series, which, as we all know, was tragically impacted by Lynch's passing. Check out the details here. https://www.joblo-david-lynch-sealed fate of Twin Peaks. She's widely regarded as one of his most exceptional collaborators. To put it bluntly, Mulholland Drive stands out as potentially the finest movie of our current century. Take that, Parasite. For a deeper dive into why some argue Parasite deserves the crown, see https://www.joblo.com/Parasite Best Movie of 21st Century. Yet it nearly morphed into a television series instead. That what-if scenario ranks among entertainment's greatest regrets. But for Watts, simply meeting Lynch marked a pivotal shift. She was battling constant setbacks in her quest for that elusive breakthrough role at the time. During her Hollywood Walk of Fame star ceremony last weekend, Watts reflected on their initial meeting, sharing, "I had basically been labeled as someone casting directors avoided. Audition after audition ended in disappointment. Either I'd miss out entirely, or my scenes would be edited away. Pure misfortune seemed to follow me. But the instant I stepped into that room, everything shifted. Lynch was fully engaged, posing thoughtful questions that went beyond the script. It stood in sharp contrast to the typical audition grind. Long waits in crowded lines, exhausting drives across the city, only to face indifference from those behind the table. Lynch, however, radiated enthusiasm, and it created an authentic bond that felt entirely new to me. Of course, that initial pilot evolved into the iconic Mulholland Drive, earning Naomi Watts the recognition she'd long deserved, and securing David Lynch his last Best Director Oscar nod. Though he directed just one more feature film afterward, leading many to speculate he might have clinched another win. Following this triumph, Watts enjoyed a wave of success, but Mulholland Drive remains her most defining and impactful role. For beginners in film, it's worth noting that the movie is a surreal psychological thriller, blending dreamlike sequences with, and this is the part most people miss. The film's enduring power lies in its ability to spark endless debates. Is it truly the century's best, or does Parasite's social commentary edge it out? Lynch's style, often described as enigmatic and non-linear, divides critics and fans alike. Some hail it as visionary genius, while others dismiss it as pretentious. What do you think? Does Mulholland Drive deserve that lofty title? Or should we crown another film? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear differing opinions. Sponsored content. Naomi Watts has become the 2,825th person honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. For the full press release, visit https://press-releases Hollywood-Chamber of Commerce to honor actress Naomi Watts with star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. As for Lynch, he holds a unique place in the Bob's Big Boy Hall of Fame, particularly at the Burbank Outpost, where he'd regularly indulge in creamy milkshakes and exceptional coffee. It was at this very spot that he'd doodle creative concepts on diner napkins, fueling his imaginative process. About the author, news editor, favorite movies, 12 Angry Men, 2001 A Space Odyssey, All the President's Men, read more. Almost Famous, Annie Hall, Bicycle Thieves, Carnal Knowledge, Cinema Paradiso, Dick Tracy, Double Indemnity, Halloween, Harold and Maude, In Bruges, The Killing, Magnolia, Minnie and Moskowitz, Modern Times, Paris, Texas, Rosemary's Baby, Taxi Driver. Likes, film history, movie marathons, top 5 lists, Black Coffee, The Muppets, read more, 90s alternative. New Hollywood, Groucho, Zevon, that picture of Dali walking an anteater. Now, let's keep the conversation going. Is there a director who changed your perspective on filmmaking? Or perhaps a what-if moment in entertainment that still haunts you? Drop your ideas below and let's debate.